I don't know. He was just supposed to be coming on in response to the George Jackson topic, as apparently 2 or 3 people thought I was speaking ill about George Jackson. It's all about interpretation and perception. I was not saying anything bad about George Jackson. I was comparing this artificial belief that so many gang members are so hard and so tough in prison later on in the 80s compared to George Jackson would make George Jackson not be as tough as he is. That's like a person saying, if you could beat me up, then Popeye's a punk. Am I calling Popeye a punk? And I'm saying Popeye a punk? No, not at all. Sometimes perception is not that great. It's not always reality. It may be your reality, but it's not what I was trying to relay. What up, Cutes?
Good, Brother Kev. I was listening to your show yesterday with you and Rockhead, and I was enjoying your, the commentary, the dialogue you and Rockhead.
Okay. Is this guy for real or what? His entire video that he makes is over an hour and 20 minutes, supposedly about George Jackson, but his video has nothing to do with George Jackson at all. It doesn't clarify the fact that George Jackson does not belong to or ever founded the BGF. But yet, this individual, OG Cutes, rants off of how he knows Jackson's family personally. Kev Mac claims he's a scholar because of his mom on George Jackson. And neither one of them know or feel it's important to clarify, hey guys, George Jackson was never in the Black Guerrilla family. He's actually a leader, an influential member of the Prison Black Panthers. This clown, the Bubba Gump Crip, rants off of how he was in there with Johnny Spain, Yogi Pinnell, and just about every individual. Geronimo, he even claims to have worked out with Geronimo Pratt. So he was with all these individuals, and no one bothered to tell him, hey, you know that we're all Black Panthers, and George Jackson does not belong to or ever founded the BGF? No, right? The entire video had nothing to do with George Jackson. They would start to talk about George Jackson, and then Bubba Gump would drift away into some other nonsense shit. They would start talking about the Prison Black Panthers. Well, they didn't say Prison Black Panthers. He just said he was in there with Black Panthers. Well, duh. You just spent your entire 20 minutes ranting off that you were hanging out with the entire Black Panther leadership. And then he found, oh yeah, there were Black Panthers in there. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. And this is who Kev Mac brings to validate him. After you really think 1 or 2 comments of negativity made him make this video, it had to be numerous comments of individuals who were saying he was trashing George Jackson, who apparently feels the 80s crackhead gangster is tougher than George Jackson, who, if we go by the lie that everyone says, is the founder of the BGF. Do you like, is that fucking not comedy? Who fucking takes that shit serious? That would be like saying that the 80s gangsters would be tougher than Joe Morgan, who is a fucking snitch, like Kev Mac. But that is fucking ridiculous. That the 80s Cholo is tougher than the Rudy Cadinas and the Joe Morgans of the 60s and 70s. The Robot Salas, the Kilroys. Fucking moron, bro. And I'm in the wrong for clowning a guy who claims to be a journalist. He's a fucking trash journalist. He should be working for TMZ with the comedy he pushes. This is fucking laughable. this clown, OG Cutes, was working out with Geronimo Pratt, who is the audio that I used in my first Kev Mac video, who apparently isn't credible enough to validate the fact that George Jackson does not belong to the BGF, or the fact that no one really knows the origins of the BGF. So apparently, this clown, Kev Mac, and his guest, and the other clown, who Squirrel, I believe his name is, who claimed to be BGF, but isn't, are more credible than David Johnson and Geronimo Pratt. That is fucking ridiculous. And that's why I'm gonna fucking destroy this clown. This was just a teaser. I didn't realize I was gonna get that reaction from people. And I just want you guys to know that your reaction, you snitch fanboy groupies, are the reason why I'm gonna destroy Cotton Kev Mac Smith. Send him on a walk of shame off the YouTube yada. That is a fucking promise. Laughable. Clown. On my worst day, with my hands tied behind my back and blindfolded, I can run circles around Cotton Kev Mac Smith. So like I said, this was just a teaser video. I'm gonna drop another video that's gonna completely destroy that clown and his backstory and who he claims to be. And I just want you guys, you snitch fanboy groupies, to know one thing, that when you're commenting, fighting, defending this clown, he's gonna be nowhere defending himself or defending you. Like I always say, that's what snitch influencers do. They instigate shit for their fanboy groupies to start, but they're not going to be there to back them up, to lead the war, to lead their soldiers from the front, right? They won't be there to wash cars, raise money, or to console a grieving family, because they're snitch influencers. They don't give a shit about anybody but themselves. And that's what Kev Mac is. And it's over for him. So just remember, fanboy groupies, you're on your own. He's not coming to defend you. I'm not asking my outlaw posse to defend me. The outlaw can do it all by himself. They just need to sit back and watch me cyber bitch slap Kev Mac off the YouTube yada. So with that said, drop a comment, sub to the channel, or go tell that snitch influencer, Cotton Kev Mac Smith, that it's over for him. With that said, a clench fist salute, y venceremos.
Over the years, I've heard debates about are gang modules PC or not. Especially in the age of the internet, I see a lot of people saying gang modules are for PC. If you was really with the business, you go to the main line. Well, check this out. Let me give you another perspective. I got 2 crimies in the module, and I don't know what's going on with our case. Why would I not want to be in there talking to my crimies? Why would I not want to be educated on our case and how we gonna plea and what everybody's being offered and what everybody know? Trying to strategize so we can be free or get as less time as possible. So that's one of the reasons why you will go to the module. Another reason is I had some homies in there, Peanut and Lil No Good, and I want to be with them. I never done no time with them 2 dudes, and them 2 dudes was solid. Them dudes had names from the hood, so I want to go in there and be with them. It ain't got nothing to do with no PC or no main line.